Now then, it's me, Ted. Welcome to TED Talks, the Ted Hanky Podcast, coming at you in your eyes as well as your ears, which is often a strange place to come at you. But so you can watch the show now on the YouTube channel, or you can listen to it when you're in the bath, in the car, booking your lass, whatever you want to do, it's going to be available. So, we've got a cracking show installed for you. Right, I can't do the show on my own. I need to be joined by another bellwith, and I'm sure, I think I can hear him coming now, actually.
Oh, Ted, right.
Come on.
Yeah, I've not missed it, have I?
Just walk in front of the camera, bring it in.
Are we on?
We're on, get in.
Oh, well, like, you know that lad who gives us a croggy?
Oh, Mickey P.
Mickey P.
Not Mickey D, Mickey P.
He was only late, wasn't he? Well, and he brought his, kid's bike, so I had to sit in, the basket like I was E.T. Honestly.
You look a bit like E.T.
I tell you what, we got some strange looks going down the A66. It was terrible.
You're not allowed push bikes on the A66?
Well, of course you can, man. Do you know what I mean? The lads just know it was us. They were, giving us a nod. So, Thornaby, we do what we want, don't we?
Hey.
Well, aye.
Look at that, straight out of Thornaby. Available on tedhankyt-shirts.com.
We also have one that he made up for me, but it's very nasty, so I don't wear it. It says shit house of Thornaby. And I don't like that, Ted.
Yeah, you are a shit house.
Well, do you know what I mean? I'm more of a lover than a fighter.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Love to fight.
Right, well, welcome to the first, I say it's the first episode, but there's 110 audio episodes before this one, and I'll probably say 90% of them are good.
Well, we had to, it took a long time to get here because we had to get our image sorted out, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once Cleveland Police give us our mugshots back, it was good to go, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I had a name disclaimer with a former darts player, which I had to overcome some rather bad slander about.
I facilitated that slander, to be honest with you, Ted.
Started it.
It was mainly me. I was like, hey, you never get what Hanky's been getting up to, from Lane House Road. And they're like, no, it's not the same Hanky. And I'm like, it is. And I did most of that.
Yeah, it's all fine now.
There's no such thing as bad publicity, is there?
There is when you're being accused of abusing women and looking like a nonce.
Well, all right, maybe there is. But still, it was a good laugh.
Yeah. Anyway, the podcast is now back. Each week we are going to be on the YouTube channel. Please share it, follow it, the usual shite. And we're going to have a theme every week, and this week's theme is... what is it?
Like this week, Ted, you said to me, what have you been doing all week? And I said, no, really, I've just been watching loads of my 80s stuff on my VHSs. Yeah. And you went, well, I will do that then.
Oh, yeah.
Well, aye.
So this week's theme is 80's cartoons. So you might remember, maybe you grew up in the 80s. Me and Mala, we spent a bit of time in the 80s.
We hadn't just touched it, me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we were born 89, weren't we?
Yeah, something like that.
We weren't really, we're dead old. But yeah, so 80's cartoons. Now, we were having a chat about this the other day in the pub, weren't we, about cartoons and how shit they are these days, you know what I mean? And we used to enjoy, didn't we, getting home from school, throwing your bag under the stairs, jumping on the sofa and getting a chubby on the She-Ra or something like that.
Ted, that was actually right. What we were actually discussing was you said, because it was the 80s, mind, and have a think about this, people, because you know he's right, underneath She-Ra's little metal knickers, do you reckon she had a massive bush?
Yeah.
Well, it will have been, it was the 80s, man. She won't have been bikini wash, like He-Man, which I think, was she booking He-Man?
No, it was his cousin. Could have been, yeah.
Were they from Billingham?
Could have been, yeah. I'm sure She-Ra was He-Man's cousin, yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm up for that. Hey, anyway, no, if that was a cousin, so, who was Skeletor of them lot then?
Just like a noncy uncle.
Yeah. I think she was taking on Ram Man.
Right, well, that was just a nickname. You know what I mean? Ram Man. Look at him. I say, yeah, we'll come to He-Man in a minute. Yeah, because and She-Ra and that, because we were saying the cartoons today, they're shite, aren't they? You know what I mean? I used to come home from school, used to get a little bit of a hoodie on over She-Ra, Penny from Inspector Gadget. Now, there's no way I'm cracking one off to Rubble out of Paw Patrol. Unless
I don't know.
Depends what he's wearing.
He could be a sexy lad, couldn't he?
Yeah.
You know, like a construction thing, like doing loads of stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, I wouldn't have even been looking at Paw Patrol. You need to get yourself into some of that sexy Japanese kit. Have you ever seen, like...
manga
what's that one?
stuff?
No, Pokemon. That's class, that. Pokemon, it's class. Right, I'm telling you now, it is, because, like, there's loads of, like, class women on that. They're like these, because, like, listen, the Japanese and that, they're good lads, aren't they? But I tell you what, they're a bit wrong, because they make all the characters have tiny skirts and, like, pop socks and stuff like that.
I love that.
Well,
I love it when you're walking down Stockton High Street and you see a lass dressed in anime.
Well,
she's illegal. I've got to point out she's at least 25. She's one of them odd ones.
Stockton High Street, 25 stone. What?
You can't talk about people like that in today's day and age.
What do you mean? There's no wrong with being a bit hefty. I love yous all, mate. There's no wrong with it.
Well, he's not fussy when it comes to pussy. she's strap online.
Yeah, no, but, right, honestly, that Pokemon is class. And I know it isn't an 80s one and we're going a bit off thingy here, but right, think about it. The lad goes in his sack, takes out a magical ball or two. Do you know what I mean? That contains some creatures that he can unleash to battle the other creatures, and then he gets to win other lads' balls. I think it's like a game of alleys, but a bit more pornographic.
No wonder the ones who watch this at school are all the ones that get bullied, you know, like the little gothic nerds.
Well, aye.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so apart from that, you could probably knock one out of Pokemon. Well, aye.
Yeah, I mean, I once tried knocking one out of Dogtanion and the Musky Hounds at one point. But,
it's got a good theme to it, though.
That's what I mean. I couldn't concentrate. It was just Musky Hounds are all. I couldn't do it.
Oh, I don't know. You get a
that little that pussycat turns up. Who's like, you know, like the sort of like. She's like the evil one in it, you know what I mean?
Is it? I thought she was like the princess one.
Is she?
Yeah, well, the Dogtanion's like obviously
I never got
trying
that far
to
into it, to be honest. Anyway, what have you been up to? Well, it's been a while since the viewers at home have seen and heard from you. It's
very true, very true. Well, as you know, I've been trying to start up my own things, and it's not going so well. But I'm getting a bit of movement. So first of all, I started my own society called the Meat Gazers.
What's that?
Well, basically, I'm always thinking, you know, when you're having a wee at a urinal.
Yeah.
Right? Do you ever have a look? Do you ever see what someone's packing?
Oh, at someone else's?
Yeah, well,
I'm always looking at my own because I'm trying to concentrate to make myself wee.
Have a quick glance, have a bit of a meat gaze and have a look, right?
Oh,
well, I thought that'd be of interest to people, but apparently you just get the shit kicked out of you. Especially when you win like butter and that.
Yeah, it's not good toilet etiquette, if I'm honest, Mala. You know what I mean? Like, I got told off before because I'm in a habit at the moment that whenever I have a piss, I immediately go and wash my cock in the sink.
Well,
yeah,
it's good hygiene, that, man.
Wasn't good when I went to see me kids, you know, parents' evening, and they had to use the toilets there, the little tiny toilets. Yeah. A few funny looks there, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's good.
Out to Eva's parents' evening.
That's good COVID cock, you know what I mean?
Yeah, never wash your cock on staff parents' night, whatever it's called.
No. Yeah. Parents' evening.
That's it.
Well,
you don't do it.
Yeah, but no, I've been mainly doing stuff like that, and I've just been like cutting around Thornaby, like the number one lad I am. You know what I mean? And I've been trying to get tips off loads of lads, you know, the money boys that have all the cash.
What type of tips have you been getting? Because I'm like, I'll be honest, I'm a little bit on my arse at the moment. That's why I'm doing this podcast. Hoping we can monetise it. These daft bastards might sign up for a Patreon. Might have to cut that bit out. And then might make a few quid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been talking exclusively mine to NASA, right? And he's got me on like this. It's called the Young CEOs Academy, right? So basically, he's making me structure my day, Ted. It's mint, and I'm multitasking. I'm multitasking all the time. Do you know what I mean?
Are you using words like vibing?
But I am. Well, basically, yeah. I'm on a journey. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying.
Yeah.
So, like, I get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right. That's because you paper round, though, isn't it?
I do too. I do too. Right. Yeah. And, right, because you're always trying to get your potential earnings up, I do 3 things on the paper round.
Right.
I visualise, basically, which is snatch I want to bang later, because I see him all, like, you know, cutting around in the 90s and that on the morning. It's mint.
Yeah. Smash wasps with your newspaper.
No. I look down, because some lads like, some of these people say, look up to the stars. No, I look down, because people drop money on the floor, don't they? So I'm making a bit of extra cash there.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's my second one. And my third one is I look for any opportunity. So, like, if someone leaves a bike outside, that's fair go, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I've started my own business as well. Do you know, like that HS2 thing? It's not going to come up north anymore, isn't it?
Right, no, they haven't got the funding.
So I'm starting TS Krog, and it's a similar thing, and I've just got loads of lads, right? And basically, you can get from Borough Station to Thornaby in a Croggy. It only costs you 50p, man. It's class.
That's good, that.
Savage value.
You're just paying for the air in the tyres.
The air in the tyres. And you get to look at some sweaty fat bloke's ass in front of you, because you have to Croggy on the back, and he's just, you know, when they're standing up.
Yeah.
And he's just doing that.
Oh, so he's rallying it.
He's rallying it, yeah. It's a bit, bit beefy. Like, I've had some complaints about, you know what I mean? So
you could like pop a packet of crisps in there and have a little snack. You know what I mean? Or pop your phone in, watch the Ted Hanky Podcast.
You've been speaking to NASA, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well,
I know, yeah.
Well, that's what I've been doing, Ted. What have you been doing?
Well, I've just been, you know, on the allotment, tendering me veg. You know, I'm working on a big special pumpkin for Halloween this year. I'm thinking like,
is it nearly Halloween?
Yeah, it's it's nearly Halloween.
Can I do a public service announcement then?
Go on then before I describe the pumpkin.
Yeah, right, kids, it's not even Halloween yet, so what are you doing penny for the guy for? I swear to God, right, you're going to get knocked out. I thought it was like nearly November now, because there's loads of kids everywhere doing it.
Scruffy little velvet. Penny for the guy, mister, fuck off!
There's no need to speak to your kid like that, though.
I know, but he's always scrounging, man. You know what I mean? Anyway, my pumpkin,
silly.
Right? What it is, it's a massive, giant pumpkin, right? And then when you take the lid off inside of it, 4 cans of Carlin.
Class, man. That's mince. That's class, that. Yeah, I think I've already invented that. It was called shoplifting. So what I do is I go in and
you all the veg out inside the shop.
Are you
whack your goods inside of it. Hello, mate, just put this pumpkin through.
You would be amazed what you can get in a giant manor,
That's a
honestly.
fucking good idea, that.
Well, aye. Class.
I might have to do that with a couple of those lumberjack shirts from Morrison's. Just whack them all inside. Whack them all inside the turnip.
Well, that's what I do with them when I'm doing that. Is I just go and I generally put on as much as I can, and like I start doing press ups in the aisle, because they'll look at you and go, "Hey, that lad, look, he's just getting buff." You can see his results. He's growing in front of your eyes.
I just take a samurai sword in with me and they don't come near me. We don't really. No. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you've been busy. So, let's talk about 80's cartoons then.
Right.
And we can delve into the 70s and the 90s if need be, if we feel it's relevant.
I don't think I've watched TV in the 90s, but I will. I'll have a go. I've
got an A to Z of cartoons here that we can fly to, and I know you've got a list as well.
Well, right, Ted, this is a bit unfair.
I think we should deliberate them, and then...
that again. It's nice, that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pumpkin Carlin.
It's lovely.
I think we should deliberate them, and then I think we should come up, as always, with our top 5 at the end.
Can I just point out the disparity, people? Like, there's me, look, and he's only knocking a laptop, isn't he?
Well, aye.
You know what I mean? This is disgraceful behaviour.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm going to have to get someone to nick me a laptop.
Right.
Can I put my glasses on, Ted? Because I can't read.
Put your speckies on.
Right, sorry, everybody.
You dickhead. Right, let's have a look at my little list here. Do you want to go first?
Right, I do. Right.
They've got to be relevant, and if you don't think they're relevant, you have to explain who they are to the audience, because a lot of these people who are watching this podcast are thick as shit, right? They won't have had televisions, they won't have watched cartoons, some of them don't even have fingers, right?
That's true.
So we've got to talk to them like they're idiots. I might have to cut this bit out as well, but talk to them like they're idiots.
You tell it how it is. We are Teesside, we are proud. If you're thick as mince, that's all right. Do you know what I mean? We can live with that, because, you know, we all have special things going on in our lives.
Yeah.
Like you, man. Right, let's start off with, right, Danger Mouse.
Oh,
Class,
the voice
wasn't
of David Jason.
Well, it was class.
You look a bit like Pinfall tonight.
He should.
And I've just gave away we are filming on an evening there.
Well, of course, I've got a tag for during the day. During school hours, I'm not allowed out of the house.
Yeah.
It's, you know
but
what I
when it's
mean?
night crawling. Yeah, so Danger Mouse, that's the one where they live in the post box, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
Oh, Danger Mouse! Penfold talks like that, doesn't he?
It's also a sexual game where the lady's on a time of the month.
Yeah. Oh, shall we pull it out? Oh, Danger Mouse.
It's like when you hit a
Mouse.
pinata and you don't get sweets out of it, you know what I mean? It's just wrong.
What do you get out of it?
Well, if you pull it out and there's no coming out, it means you're safe to go.
I get the euphemism. I get the analogy there, yeah.
Well, aye. So that was class. Then there was my dad's favourite, which is on the list, and that was Fireman Sam.
Oh, your dad was a fireman,
He was
wasn't
a
he?
fireman,
Well,
well,
he said he was.
Well, he
just used to wear the uniform and hang around the police station, didn't he? Like, he is Daft Maller's dad.
No, I just used to start a lot of fires, so you had to run around putting them out all the time. So they went, yeah, you might as well come with us because it'll only be your Maller again. And it was. So that's what
Do you
it
know
was.
what? I've got one I want to talk about, right? And I'll give you the clue, see if you can guess who it is. It starts off with him swimming around the world like this.
Is it Tales of the Unexpected?
No! It starts off with when Eric eats a banana.
Is it Morgan?
Banana Man, you
Banana
bastard!
Man, Banana Man. Oh, he was class, him.
Class! Why was that never made into a film?
It's going to be a bit wrong if they make Banana Man into a film. I mean, imagine he's got his banana costume, right, and then he's just got a banana, like, tastefully placed here.
Someone must have made a porno of Banana Man. Or, like, put a Banana Man outfit on and film themselves rattling their lass.
If they haven't, Ted.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, we might do that. We might start that. Yeah, Banana Man was class because I used to be able to relate to Eric. I used to think, yeah, I'm a little bit of a nerd, you know what I mean? But when I take loads of drugs, I turn into fucking Banana Man, and I get super strength, and I go around bashing Apple Man and that army bloke.
When you meant super strength, you meant the lager, didn't you?
Yeah.
You used to get super strength and go around bashing people.
Banana Man was class though, wasn't it?
He was. He had probably the best superhero outfit as well. It's yellow and blue. You don't get that very often, do you?
Guaranteed, fancy dress party, there's always a scruffer who turns up as Banana Man because it's the cheapest one to buy from Smithy's fancy dress costumes.
Well, aye. And
that's you. Hang your head in shame.
Yeah, well, aye. Yeah, then I've got one then. Can I go next?
Go on then, we'll take turns.
Oh, come follow me to the rolling sea where the weather is calm and still. We'll have some fun and adventures with the adventures of Portland Bill. Basically, right, this was a cartoon about some scruffy lads on a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he a pedo, Portland Bill?
Yeah, you never know, do you? It was the 80's, I mean, it was all a bit suspect,
I mean,
you never know.
You didn't know who was who wasn't back then, did you?
He had a class theme tune though, didn't he?
Yeah, Portland Bill was great. Was he, what did he... He's not the one who had a lighthouse, was he?
Yeah, well, aye.
Yeah.
Well, aye, he was a class. He had a lighthouse and there'd always be some drama around the ship. I mean, I know like they're limited because they've called it Portland Bill, haven't they? So they're only going to get a couple of episodes out of it before they're like, oh, he's another fucking ship again. Oh, it's going to crash. Yeah. Oh, the light's out. What are you going to do, Portland Bill? Then the next thing you know, he's taking kids on fishing trips. It's very very
strange. He's using the lighthouse light to do like silhouettes of his cock.
That's how Butter Batman got sacked.
Oh, yeah. So he might be appearing on the podcast over the coming weeks, Butter Batman. Right, my turn. I don't know whether to talk about the cartoon Beetlejuice, because they did make a cartoon of Beetlejuice, but I'm not. I'm going to talk about... I'm going to do an impression for you, see if you guess it then. Ooh, Matthew Bravestar, you my hero!
Is that Bravestar?
Bravestar, yeah. Well, that was Deputy Fuzz who was in Bravestar. Bravestar was big, handsome space cowboy, wasn't he? Yeah, and he had all the figures and stuff like that.
He did.
Bravestar,
He actually did.
Yeah,
he actually did have all the figures. I remember.
Class on Bravestar.
So it wasn't like the Jimmy guy. This is the return of the space cowboy. No, it wasn't that one.
It was.
Bravestar. I know you do that.
I think it was, anyway.
Like, well, if you're going for Bravestar, I'm going for Thunder Thundercats. Oh! Mint. That was easily one of the best ever cartoons.
I used to, when we talk about like cartoon lasses in the 80s, Chitara, she used to, she's one where I would even massage the gooch while I'm strumming.
She was mint.
Yeah.
She was mint.
She was worth putting the effort in for.
Right, for our Teesside, right, there is no more Teesside cartoon character than you will ever meet in your life than Pamthro. I mean, look at the lad.
Where?
He's hench. He has a bald head. He clearly works offshore.
Vivian Westwood jewellery.
Yeah, and he has like some sort of kinky fetish, doesn't he? Because he has like studded pants and stuff like that.
He's got too much money, lives at home with his mum and dad, does 3 on 3 off, comes back, spends all his money on loads of shite clothes from Triads or somewhere like that.
And Beak.
Yeah, Beak. Panther is definitely on the gear.
Well, aye.
You know what I mean? He gets raged all the time, doesn't he? Like,
actually, Ted, you're making a lot of sense today.
Yeah.
Making a lot of sense, and that's unusual.
Lionel's just out there rutting everything he can because he was proper fucking good looking lad, Lionel, wasn't he?
Do you know what as well? They were all on the rides.
Well, they all went to natural progression.
With Skeletor
I'm sure I've seen Lionel in Steel City fighting over protein.
You know for a fact, right, if you're going in the Empire on a Saturday night and Pamthro stops you, you know he's taking the beak off you if you've got beak, and he will do.
He'll go, all right, I'm letting you off with it, lads, but I'm keeping your beak.
Well, of course he will. And then later on in the club, some little boy's going to come over and go, do you want some beak? No, that was my beak. Yeah. Not that that's ever happened to us, because we don't do that sort of stuff, but we know you do, Burra. We know you do. We've seen it on the telly.
It's true. It's very true.
So, Thundercats. I might have start a bar called Thundercats. It's out mint.
Thundercats. Yeah, wait. Where you going tonight, Mickey? Just going down to Thundercats, aren't I? It's £2 a pint. You're a glass. You're a glass. Oh. Right, next cartoon I'm going to talk about. Can I talk about E-Man?
You can, but I don't like the lad. You know he's going to get it bad if he comes to me.
Yeah, I think E-Man and the power of Grayskull. E-Man. And he points it at his cat and he's sorry. Just turns your cock into battle cock there. Cringer cock into battle cock. And he turns Cringer into battle cat, and then he's got like what's she called? Fucking the sorceress. Oh, yeah, she's in a little skimpy outfit as well. You can see flaps and everything on this cartoon.
Can you?
Yeah.
Right, hang on, where's my pen? I'm going to go back and watch He-Man.
Yeah.
And not the one with Dolph Lundgren in.
No. Not the Masters of the Universe film. That was.
But he did look a bit like He-Man.
Did you know they made a Thundercats film and it was never released?
I'm not surprised.
Honestly, look it up, right? It was made in a similar style as the He-Man one, or like, and there's photos of it online. It looks class. Honestly, they should. I wish they'd released that. But yeah, mate, you're right though. You got Ram Man, Man at Arms.
Man, class. Is he the lad that had the tash?
Yeah, and he had like a helmet on and that. Yeah.
Well, he was class him.
You had the one with the golden chop hand called Jiu-Jitsu.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that lad.
You had Beast Man, you had Merman.
And you had the best character, which was Skeletor. He was mint, man. But like Skeletor, but he was ripped to death, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he was, yeah. Like Skeletor, you know what I mean? He clearly wasn't getting all the necessities of nutrition because his face was quite gaunt, but the roids were pumping him up. He was definitely putting creatine in everything.
I'm telling you now, right, what's happened with him is he's one of them lads, right, that all they do is go to the gym and then go get sessioned every single weekend. So his face looks like he's a baghead, but his body's like a roid monster.
And then Beast Man, it's legs day.
Yeah, and I'm telling you now, the sorceress, right, she's been all good because He-Man's a good guy, and she's been, but like all lasses, she'll actually like a bit of bad guy. She'll have been getting scuttled at the fucking Skeletor's castle on a weekend when he's having a bit of a kitchen party. She'll have been there getting bent over, and you know that's true.
I reckon, I mean, this is just an observation from the outfits what Skeletor used to wear, but I reckon he liked getting pegged.
Probably. He probably did.
I think Skeletor was into pegging. In Snake Mountain where he lived. And Snake Mountain was just, I mean, there was a gay bar in Blackpool that we went to called Snake Mountain, didn't we? And
that was class. It was absolutely class. I loved it.
Yeah, it was good, yeah.
going to go off the beaten path, but it's just because I loved it. Pigeon Street. Do you remember?
Pigeon Street. Yeah, but back in the day then, Mala, that was for little kids.
Well, yeah, but
you would have been in your early 20s.
Well, I still got it. It was like it got to me on a different level. But there was that, and there was your favourite trapdoor, which I hated.
Don't you open that trapdoor.
I hated it. Just loads of plasticine mess everywhere.
You know my favourite was Miffy.
That was correct. It was Miffy.
I used to like Muppet Babies.
I used to like Muppet Babies, but if I'm being completely honest, I quite liked, like, you know, the live animation stuff that they used to do. Like, it wasn't animation, but, like, you know, Fraggle Rock and stuff like that. I used to like all of that, me.
Down at Fraggle Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to like the Mysterious Cities of Gold.
The Cities of Gold. That was class, that.
No!
Do you know what though, right? If you watch them back, there's proper loads of like ancient alien references in all of that. So you're looking at them and it's talking about the golden condor that flies, and it was, honestly, it's amazing. Them people were proper smashed out their heads when they were writing that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was class. I used to like the Cities of Gold as well.
Cokeheads.
I also used to like 80 Days Around the World with Phileas Fogg.
Oh, 80 Days Around the World.
Class, man.
Hey, mate, my name is Rigadon. That was his little mate, Rigadon, wasn't it?
You can't do that sort of thing.
Well, I'm doing
You can't do the accent.
Italian accents you can do.
All right, do a Chinese one.
Hey, my name's Rigadon. He lived in Italy for years. this Chinese character.
He plays the game, doesn't he? He knows the crack.
I'm not getting cancelled.
He's not getting cancelled.
No flies on me.
Yeah, and any Italians want to cancel us, just go for it, because we've got Palmos in Teesside and that's nothing to do with yous. Yeah? I'm going to point one out to you here, Ted. Have a look on my less technology version of your technology.
Yeah.
Have a look. Well,
Ducky Poo! Count Duckula?
Class, man. He was that was David Jason. Well,
remember Rude Dog and the Dweebs, though? Can you remember it?
You loved that as well.
You know my favourite character in Rude Dog and the Dweebs was? It was Reggie. He'd go, hey, Rude Dog. He'd go, hey, Reggie.
Again, that's an Italian-American accent.
Yeah, hey, I'm walking here.
It's cancelled by the Italian-American community.
They had that cat, didn't they, with one eye in it as well.
If you're in the mafia, right, remember, it wasn't me, it was Ted. All right.
Super Ted, as I'm known as. And Spotty.
That was a good bit of synergy there. Well done.
Yeah.
You brought it round.
You're like a hybrid of all the characters in Super Ted, though, because you've got the body of bulk.
I've lost loads of weight.
You've got the chin of Texas Pete.
He was a good-looking lad.
Yeah, and then Spotty on your ass.
Just because, I do have spots on my ass.
I used to always get dead excited when the opening credits for Super Ted used to come on. It used to be in the teddy bear factory, and all the little teddy bears were getting disposed of. But this one teddy got saved, and then magic powder sprinkled on him, probably from Berwick Hills or somewhere. And then he came to life and became Super Ted. I love it.
I used to have the same feeling with the Raggy Dolls.
Oh. The Raggy Dolls.
Raggy Dolls.
Dolls like you and me.
So basically they're saying all the kids are like rejects, because that's what the Raggy Dolls were, weren't they?
Yeah, they were, yeah.
Yeah, so they're saying dolls like you and me, so they're all rejects. That's not a very positive thing to do, is it?
Right, let's wrap this up with one more each and then we'll come up with our top 5.
Right then, I'm going to probably go for, because I just like the song, the Poddington Peas.
Down at the bottom of the garden, amongst the birds and the bees.
Did you know what, right?
There lived a funny race of people. They're called the Poddington Peas. The Poddington Peas.
Hey, right, but these people, they weren't very imaginative, right, when they were doing these cartoons. They were like, what shall we fucking animate today? And they're looking, peas, we'll do Poddington Peas in the
Imagine if they were just looking at an ashtray and it was just a lot of binges. Down at the bottom of the garden.
With all the dogs with the fleas. There lives a lot of homeless people.
They're called the bumming binger bees. I don't know.
But they did that, right? And then they were like, what next? Shoe people, Poddington Peas, stuff like that.
Shoe people.
Exactly. It was all crap. That was my last one.
Oh, well, do you know what? I'm toying between Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Heroes in a Half Shell, Turtle Power, or Henry's Cat. And I'm going to go with Henry's cat.
I cannot believe you didn't go with the Turtles.
No, because you must have seen the movie. You must have read the book. I'm not going to do the full song, but you know it. It's a classic. And it was really poorly animated, like a child had drawn it.
A bit like this podcast, like we're doing now, poorly animated.
Took me weeks to build this.
Oh, that's good, that did.
Henry's cat was class, though. Meow. But there was no flange in it.
No, there wasn't. Not even a little bit, was there?
No.
That's a bit south. So let's end with a nice flange-filled one of saying, can you give me your top 3 cartoon characters from the 80s that you'd probably bang?
Shall we do 3?
Do 3.
We'll do 3. We were going to do top 5, but I think we'll do 3 based on flange. My top 3 is Thundercats Chitara, number 1.
Solid start, that's it.
Yeah.
Solid start. What's your reasoning behind that?
Oh, I just really want... I've always wanted to taste Chitara.
It sounds like that could be like a brand of Lynx.
Yeah.
Taste of Chitara.
Taste of Chitara. She just like... Oh...
It's good.
No, number 2, I'm throwing in a bit of a sidewinder here. Inspector Gadget. I had a thing for Penny. She might have been underage in the cartoon, but I was underage at the time, so it was acceptable.
What do you think she does now, though?
She works at Callus Pegasus, I think, on the desk, travel desk.
It's a good job, that, like mine.
Number 3, She-Ra.
Is that just simply because if we go full circle here, you want to go back to the fact that you think she's got a massive bush underneath that metal container she's got for knickers?
Yeah, and everyone knows I'm a big fan of the bush. Not just Kate, Pubic as well. Yeah.
Good bush.
What's your top 3, Mala?
Well, for me, you know, I've always been a little bit of an extrovert when it comes to, like, ladies and stuff like that.
Oh, you're not going grot bags, are you?
Well,
They did make a cartoon of that, I think, as well, you know.
Then imagine grot bags. There's somebody at the door.
Yeah, somebody at the back door. You're behind grot bags like that with that fucking lion.
No, well, I like to go, you know, I want to have a chance with these cartoon lasses, so I'm going to go...
You're lowering your standards on this, then, yeah?
No, what I'm saying is, if I was in a cartoon universe, I'm thinking, who am I definitely going to probably get it off here, right? Penny Crayon's one of them. I mean, her hair was terrible, it was like lank, do you know what I mean? She needed a cuddle, it looked like she'd had a bad day.
And Sue Pollard's still kicking about, so, you know, there's still a chance.
Still the opportunity, Sue, you know, I am. Get in touch. Right, so I'd start with that one.
Yeah.
Right, and then on the revolving door of everything,
right.
I'd probably go for... It's an interesting discussion.
Oh, sorry, I thought there was a fucking wind in here there.
No. I'd probably go for Thelma.
From the Scooby-Doo gang?
Well, again, right, you know she's gagging for it.
Yeah, she looks naughty in that little skirt, though, as well, do you know what I mean?
Correct.
She's probably getting overlooked because of who's the other one? Thelma.
Thelma.
Is it Thelma? Daphne. Daphne's getting all the attention. So you're wanting Thelma.
Yeah.
Daphne's the one getting all the attention. Thelma's the little geggy one, innit, with the bowl cut and the orange socks.
The class one.
Sometimes you'll see at a fancy dress party, scruffy lasses will dress up at it and think they look mint.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, that explains Mala's choice number 2. Choice number 3.
And just for free, it's a controversial one, but I'm going for the Lady Smurf.
Which one?
Like, whatever she's called, like... Little Smurfy, blondie one.
Blondie Smurf.
Do you know what I mean? Because
lip filler Smurf.
She's one, like, she's ahead of her time. Do you know what I mean?
Sure,
and I think she was related to Panthro because they were both blue. So on my, like, if he's her dad...
He likes them small as well.
If he's her dad, right, and I'm, like, knocking her off, he's only going to batter people for me. Do you know what I mean?
And you'll get a discount on your clout.
I will indeed. There you go. There were my top 3.
There you go. That concludes 80's cartoons. Which ones we've chosen purely for the ones we want to bang. Fucking hell. I hope you tune in next week. Right, Mallet, this is now a regular feature on the show that we're going to move on with. And you've been accumulating some agony and...
I'm going to turn my chair. I'm turning my chair, Ted, because this now has entered a different part of the show.
Oh,
so I've got to... Like, this is more like Parkinson. Do you know what I mean?
Right, go on then.
Right, and this is a hard-hitting interview.
So, I think in this section of the show, Mala's received some agony aunt questions, which I'm going to answer. I might involve Mala in some of the answers as well, and I'll answer them as truthfully and honestly as I can, and hopefully you will take this advice and run with it.
Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Right, this one, right, is sent in from a lovely person in Thornaby, and it's quite heartfelt. Dear Ted, I do have a bit of an amazing life as it goes. I'm an entrepreneur and I'm a man among the people. I can do most things really, really well. However, I've got a massive problem, and it is a massive problem. Unfortunately, because of my huge member, I'm finding struggles to find boxer shorts that fit. And that was from, he's just called Mr. T in Thornaby.
Mr. T?
Did you write that one, Ted?
Oh, that was a practice one, yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. I was thinking that sounds familiar, this. Yeah, no, I do. I mean, I often have to pop it in the top of me George of Asda underpant elastic sometimes because it hangs down the leg. So sometimes you've got to fold it to the top. I've got a long elasticated foreskin, you know. So I merely grip that bit, and it hangs with girth and with wealth and does not drop, but it's nipping the bit that doesn't hurt.
So you've got some bit of wedge there.
Yeah, I'd probably say I've got maybe a 3-inch gather of foreskin on the tip of my tail, so you've got to use it to your advantage.
You could use it if you filled that up with 2 pencils. You could use it like a copper cosh.
I once put an entire pencil sharpener inside of it, and then I let people sharpen it. I got in trouble at school for that. So yeah, let's do some real ones now. That was a good warm up.
Sorry, right. So dear Ted.
Yeah, that's me.
I've been arguing with my neighbour day and night about the fact that the dog seems to have no inhibitions when it comes to littering, usually on my front garden. The other day I decided that in an act of vengeance I would pick up all of the dog's excrement and post it through my next door neighbour's door. This caused such a scene, and now I'm in fear for my life as she seems to keep throwing the excrement at my windows. I would call the police, however I feel that I may be prosecuted for posting the nasty mess first. What advice could you give her on this little predicament she's got going on there?
Shit for shit here, isn't it? You know what I mean?
It's a shit show.
It's a shit show, yeah. You posted the shit, it's come right back at your windows, and I'm afraid you've just got to let this ride out now. Do you know? I think what would have solved the problem would have been just a gentle conversation over the bush, the hedge, around. Excuse me, your dog is leaving poo-poo in my garden. Can you come and pick it up, or can you stop your dog doing it, please? Now, my other bit of advice is, now I got this off the RSPCA website, is get yourself an air rifle. And every time you see the dog about to do a little squat in a poo, you just fire a little friendly pellet at its back leg. And you'll soon realise that garden is somewhere it does not want to hang around in anymore and do its poos.
Don't be shooting at dogs with air rifles. Honestly, don't be doing that. No. Ted, I bet you'd be there on a morning like Schindler, you know, with a rifle in your dressing gown.
Just picking off Alsatians.
Waiting for the dog to come.
Yeah.
Well, aye.
No, but seriously though, I'd have probably, I wouldn't have even posted it through the letterbox, me. I'd have grouped it all up into a big, massive pile of shit on their front garden, and I'll have moulded it into a pair of fingers like that.
You're going to mould it? Are you going to get your hands in there and like...
You know, like in Ghost? You can be behind me. We're making the dog shit clear. Oh, my love.
Yeah, that'd be quite good, that.
Yeah.
But Ted, I mean, it is a thing now. Like, people are getting really upset about, like, when dogs shit and poo on their things. Like, I used to live in a place, right, where like everybody on these groups, right, that they had like a local group, and they'd be like, yeah,
dog shit patrol.
There's dogs just filming, and I've got a camera. Like they've got some sort of fetish about watching dog shit on a camera.
Yeah.
I'll send you the footage.
Yeah.
I was like, no, you're all right. Do it when your lass is squatting one out. I might watch it, but apart from that, I'm not.
Yeah.
Did Ted?
Any more?
Right, yeah, we've got one more. Hang on. Right, we've got one more.
You're like a rather sexy newsreader at the minute,
Thank you very much.
I've got a great view behind the desk up Mala's kilt.
Right, yeah. Right. Do you, Ted? Right, because that's obviously they put it to him.
Yeah.
My next door neighbour, again, it's not the same person, don't worry about it. My next door neighbour, she seems to have lost all her sexual appetite, being in her late 50s. I was wondering if there's anything or advice you could give me to help sort it out. I've got a couple of questions about this one, Ted.
Right, so hang on. She's in her late 50s, right? She's lost her sexual appetite.
Yeah.
Did she put an address on there?
No, right, that was the whole thing. That was is his, or it might be her, because it doesn't have a name, because it's from Anonymous.
Let's assume it's a her.
Right. No, she has lost the sexual appetite, but the person who's writing it could have been a woman or a man.
So he could be getting in touch because he wants me to go around and rag her.
Well, possibly.
Right. If you are watching, get in touch with an address. I don't care what she looks like. I will come round and I will get that. I'll get that love back in the relationship for you. You might have to go out for a couple of hours though, and when you come back, she might not be there.
Ted, right? The actual premise of what they're asking there upsets me a little bit.
I don't want to give them advice on that will spice it up.
My next door neighbour's lost her sexual appetite. Does that mean he's banging his next door neighbour?
Oh, maybe he's got a peephole.
that's the other one.
And he's watching, and she doesn't know, and he's like, "Oh, this is getting boring. I'm going to polyfiller that back up."
Yeah, and he's like, "I've got now to wank."
Let us know when you've got a fella, and I'll put the oil back in. That type of thing.
Maybe it is.
Yeah, I just think to get a bit of spice in a relationship, you've got to maybe start off with some nice food, some wine, maybe watch something really good on the television. I mean, I like to watch Hitler documentaries or anything about Nazis or airships and
aliens.
Aliens. Yeah, it gets them in the mood because they start to feel a bit sleepy and they're like, "Oh, I'm not really enjoying this." Down to the lap you go, rest your head there on the cushion, and then becomes the magic trick. The cushion gets removed super fast, like a magician's trick with a tablecloth. The head drops onto your very, very full but boisterous sack.
You're sabbling the shit out of this. What's going on there?
No, this is a relationship. We're in a situation here where you're allowed to do this type of thing.
Am I like this?
Yeah, you're like that, and I go.
It feels quite nice to be.
Yeah, and then when you look up at me, and I go. Get up there, get your knickers on. And they normally do, because women like it up front.
Some of them like it from behind.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll do that as well. But yeah, just explore different scuttle positions as well. The space hopper, the one-legged reindeer. Just sometimes just a nice, well-rhythmed finger blast.
Do you know how I do it? I do a little dance. I'm usually I just usually put some
luxury dance.
Like a little dance, and then I'll just move, and then I'll be stood up a little bit, and I'll just start moving the hips a bit, and I'll be like, "Well, aye." And then you've got to come over and do the claw. You know the claw, don't you? Do the claw, and then that's it. They're all in with you.
I call it the Mercury. I go. Like that, and you're in.
Got to be careful you're not going up the arsehole.
Never stopped him. God rest his soul.
Don't take the mick out of Freddie. We all.
Listen, matters, viewers, listeners, whoever is out there, could be aliens, I don't know. If you've got a problem that you want to talk to and you want it read out on Dear Ted, please put it on an email to info@tedhanky.com, and what we'll do is we'll read the best ones out on the show, and the best one will win a TED Talks Ted Hanky Podcast exclusive mug for coffee, tea, or just putting pencils in. I think that's a good prize, do you?
I think that's a class prize. Can I have one of these, Ted?
You've got one there?
No, one to take home. Because he makes me, right? We come to this luxurious studio that Ted set up, right? And he just makes me have these, and I'm like, I have to drink out of paper cups at home. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, you can't be trusted with porcelain. That's why you've got a shit in the garden.
I've been told that before.
But yeah, send it in, info@tedhanky.com, and we'd love to hear your problems, anything going on in your life that me and Mala can help you with in the future. It could be a dispute with a neighbour, it could be a love problem. You could have erectile dysfunction, and Mala can give you a good website, he knows. That type of stuff, really. And
I can look after all sorts of iguanas that have problems. All of them. I look after all of like them lizards and everything. That's what you just said I had, didn't you?
No, not reptile.
Reptile dysfunction.
Erectile.
Oh, I thought you meant like a sad iguana.
No.
Oh, I have no problem with that. Like, oh wait, I'll take it now. You don't get me started.
Right, and if you like the t-shirt as well, there's loads of different designs on tedhankytshirts.com. You can get straight out of Stockton, straight out of Teesside, straight out of Borough, or straight out of Mala's mum.
I can see where you're going with this, Ted.
Yeah,
That's good.
But there's loads, just you know what I mean. But thank you very much for tuning in here. Please share the show with your friends, your followers. We want to build up the YouTube following, so like I say, we can make a little bit of money if we can, but it's all about providing content and entertainment for your ears, your eyes, and everything else.
And they will get better, won't they, Ted?
They will, yeah, because to be honest, we just thought, let's just fucking record this podcast today. We haven't wrote out. It's kind of worked, do you know what I mean? But thank you very much for tuning in. Yes?
Ted, right, I've got to stop you.
You always interrupt me on them bits.
Got to stop you.
Yeah.
Right, I've got to get off.
Oh, very good.
Right, well, I've just heard that the TS Cruggian system that we've they're going on strike, aren't they?
Oh.
In solidarity with the train workers and that. So I'm just about to go and do some strike busting on my grifter.
All right, yeah. He's known as the grifter grafter. Go out that door over there, man. Don't cut across the camera. See you later, mate.
See you later.
Oh, Mala there, the grifter grafter. He's a good lad. Yeah, tune in next time to the Ted Hanky Podcast, TED Talks. And as per usual, up the butter and believe.